Want to know exactly how I've closed over $250 million worth of sales without any tricks or shortcuts? Today, I'm going to walk you through my entire sales process, step by step, so that you can replicate it, close more deals, and crush your quota. And if you're in B2B sales, I know how challenging it can be, especially complex B2B sales like software. My name is Barbuto, and over the last 8 years, I've sold hundreds of digital media services and software deals. Today, I manage over $80 million in revenue across more than 30 clients. This is the exact sales process that I use today and how I got to this point. If you're new to sales or even an experienced rep who's feeling stuck, I guarantee these steps will help you close faster, more profitable deals. First step is to become an expert in your client's industry and businesses. It's very important that you have a thorough understanding of your business, your client's businesses, and your prospects' businesses. So that way you can go into any meeting and speak with authority and come off as credible. So you want to build that baseline of understanding for any meeting that you go into. A few tools that I like to use are LinkedIn, industry trade publications, financial reports. You need to understand the business model that you're going to be selling to inside and out. So that way you can understand how your offering is going to impact them financially. If you're not a financial whiz, a great book to read is Seeing the Big Picture by Kevin Scope. Once you build your credibility, you want to make sure that you're calling on the right people, especially when you're doing complex sales. More than 50% of your success will have to do with who you're talking to rather than anything that you say or do. And so that's why your first step is to do prospecting research, to find those key people that are most likely to buy from you and that are qualified. The goal is to position yourself as a trusted advisor, not just another salesperson. This starts with understanding their business deeply and being able to offer relevant insights before you even start pitching. Let me tell you about a client story where I did a significant amount of research in advance. This was a huge global marketer where I knew that they were going to be very focused on driving sales at their retail partners. Every salesperson that had walked in the door was focused on driving their own site sales and driving site traffic. But I knew that they were more interested in driving retail sales. I also understood that traditional media was their primary way that they've used to reach their audience. But they understood that people were increasingly cutting the cord. And so rather than going in and pitching the same sales process as everybody else, I made sure to include both how we were able to drive people directly to their retail partners and how we can use digital to be an extension of their traditional media. So that way they're able to reach those people that they're no longer capable of reaching because of the cord cutting. This allowed me to target their specific needs, and by tying it to their business objectives, I was able to make the sale when others weren't. This is why it's so critical that you have a thorough understanding of all of your customers' business needs. This is how you build trust and are looked at as an advisor as opposed to just another salesperson. Next, it's really important that within software sales, that you're able to give a really strong product demo. You should know your product inside and out. Every demo should be customized to your prospect's specific pain points and needs. So that's why it's really important that you uncover these needs before you ever start showing your platform. So that way you can then customize your demo to directly address those specific needs. When I start doing a demo, I always tailor it to highlight exactly how our solution solves their biggest challenges. I don't look at it like a full movie. I look at it as a movie trailer where I want to hit on the high points. It's about solving their problems that we know that they have. So that way you can get them to envision what their life will be like with your product. So it's critically important that you're using their words throughout. Next, you want to build a financial case. So when your product is going to impact their business, which is the case with software, it's really important that you're building a strong financial case so that way you can help them make the case to all stakeholders. In B2B sales, there's usually an average of 7 different stakeholders that are involved in any decision process. So what you need to do is help whoever it is that is your champion to sell to those other stakeholders. I always make sure that I provide a strong financial case by understanding things like revenue that we're going to be able to drive that's increased and incremental, as well as the cost savings that we're going to be able to deliver for them. I want to build a financial case that clearly shows the return on investment, removing any possible objections, and making it a no-brainer for them to buy. For example, let's say I'm selling software solutions. I'll put together projections on how much money that they'll make, how much money they'll save, as well as how much it's going to cost them to onboard this. So that way I can show them the realistic expectation of the before and the after. When you quantify the impact of your solution on the bottom line, it's much easier for them to make a decision and make it a no-brainer for them to onboard it. A really important element of any sale is to transfer ownership of your offering to your champion. And what that involves is securing many commitments throughout the process. The first one being to secure their time. The next one is usually to secure a demo or to get information for a proposal. By involving them in each one of these decisions, such as asking them what they think is best to present, that is going to be slowly transferring ownership of your offering to your champion's offering. I want them to feel like this is their solution, and I'm just here to help them make it a reality. This is what securing commitments is all about and helps avoid buyer's remorse. When it comes to the negotiation process, it's always important that you're as collaborative as possible. You don't look at it as a us versus them scenario. It's always we're on the same team trying to get it over the finish line. I'm trying to sell it internally with my team. They're trying to sell it internally with their team. I'm here to help them as their teammate in order to get it over the finish line. And whatever I can do to make that happen, I make it clear that's what the objective is. When you treat it like this, then you're looked at as more of a teammate than you are an adversary. So let's recap what we've covered. First, you need to qualify your prospects to make sure that you're reaching out to the right people that fits your ideal customer profile. Then you need to build relationships based on trust and understanding, not necessarily on sales tactics. From there, it's important that you're conducting your demos and your sales meetings where it's 100% geared towards their specific needs. And the only way you do that is by asking good questions and listening. When you do talk about your solution, make sure that you're talking about it in terms of solving their pain points and their objectives, not necessarily selling a product. From there, creating a financial case that shows a positive return on investment helps overcome any objections. Finally, make sure that you're fully transferring ownership of your product to your champion to help them sell internally. These steps took me from a struggling salesperson to someone who's managing millions of dollars in revenue, and they can do the same for you. If you found these tips helpful, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you're ready to implement this process into your sales game. I outline all of my steps from day one through closing the deal in my upcoming book, Top Sales Producer, How to Crush Your Sales Quota. It'll be available in pre-order next week, and it'll be available to own in early January. Please feel free to head over to andrewbarbuto.com/book to sign up for the waitlist, and you'll be alerted as soon as it's available. And don't forget, if you're not helping, you're not selling.